Hey folks, welcome back to Gaming Garbage. So the journey of the StreamTuber, and that's basically what I'm doing is that, I stream and then I put it all on YouTube. I haven't really seen this title or phrase, and so I'm coining it myself, so congratulations to 56 of you. You are now gotten the achievement gold star from the channel about, hearing StreamTuber, right? But yeah, no. So in all seriousness, I do want to talk about this. Part of this is just to engage with just my future self. Like a year from now or a few years from now, I can look back on this and just kind of see where I was as a channel. Let me just check my audio here. Oh, sounds like it might be a problem. Let's see. Nope, it sounds okay. Perfect. Okay, so we'll try that. So anyway, so now that I got my audio right, but yeah, I do want to talk about this because I want to be able to look back at my channel, and I plan on doing this channel for decades into the future, and it's gonna get as big or be as small as it's gonna be wherever that is, and I'm okay with it. I'm really doing this for entertainment. I'm passionate about gaming and where the industry is and where it's headed, and then I'm also wanting to invest in I'm also wanting to invest in guys. I mean, demographically, having lived through it myself, there really is not much investment in our world, and if I can, imbue advice or be there for somebody or help them with some kind of an issue or help them progress forward in their life while entertaining them at the same time, awesome. Even if there's just one of you, then it's worth it to me. It really is. And so that's really what this channel is about. So entertainment, talking about the industry and where it's going and how I hate it mostly, and then investing in you folks. And so we're going to go over some of the demographics. We're going to go over some of the videos that I just find interesting with some of the stats and stuff, and like what major cities you guys have been in, and then yeah, just kind of my own personal journey as a YouTuber. So I don't plan for this to take very long because it's not like it's super exciting or anything. And if this isn't for you, that's totally okay. Like, you can click off and watch something else. I'm not offended. I'll be fine. But for those of you that are sticking around and staying, we'll just kind of talk a little bit about how I started. So I had a buddy that moved in August, and I kind of started the channel, I want to say, in July through Twitch. And that's just kind of where it was going to be, because there wasn't a way for me to stream through YouTube, because I had to have a capture card and all this kind of stuff. And I took some time to kind of look at my options, and Twitch was the best one, because it's the easiest to stream. And I just basically use my console through the app, and ta-da, and I'm streaming, right? I'm capturing what's on my screen. And so that's what I did, and the idea was that, he was going to be gone, maybe never coming back, maybe coming back in a few years, but, whatever the time frame, it was going to be just a way for him to kind of engage with the channel and have some content to watch or some entertainment value while he was away, but still kind of feel connected in a way to one of his best friends here in Oregon. And so that's kind of how the channel started. And we were going through, we had Elden Ring at that time, and so we were still going through Elden Ring and stuff. And we've always had time to play. We've had years of playing co-op games whenever we have time, whenever it works in our schedule, and we really enjoy it. And we both are pretty passionate about the industry. We both care about what's going on in it. We keep up with different companies. And so when I do gaming news once a month, some of what you guys are hearing is coming from him. He'll give me some leads, and so yeah, I'm taking the time to kind of look into them and present them to the channel through the news. As time went on, and we were playing through Elden Ring and stuff, it's like, oh wow, this is kind of fun. I was able to engage with some other people through Twitch and through some whispers or through some messages. I remember one of the funnest ones was Ace Combat 7, and there were some folks I was able to interact with on there, and just had a good time. And so it's just like, well, if I'm engaging with other people too, then yeah, maybe I should kind of see it as like a bigger channel. Maybe I should try to not necessarily cater, but make it a little nicer, refine it a little more, and do some of that stuff. And so yeah, that's what I started doing. And so I kind of started thinking, what am I going to do on the channel? Well, it's like, well, I like campaigns. I like definitely co-op. We'll put that on there. Game reviews when I can get to them, and then talk about the industry. So throughout the channel, we have we have playlists that are campaigns, like Dead Space Remake right now, and I'm working on Atomic Heart. I'm really working to just get that started. But Atomic Heart, we're also going to do Halo in the future, and this is just a solo campaign of just working through it. And really, these are to kind of show some of the games that you guys have picked, but also to show what games used to be like. And I really have picked Halo franchise, besides the Halo Wars, is I want to work through all of the Halo games so that we can take a look at what it used to be like, how it improved, and then how it started going the wrong direction for the franchise. And I think it just does a good job of encompassing and showing what's happened throughout the industry during that time. We also have co-op stuff, so we went through Elden Ring some of that is on the channel. Not a ton of Elden Ring because it was kind of toward the end of the game when we started doing this. But like, we're going through Dark Souls 1 right now. We're going to go through Dark Souls 2 and 3. We'll probably revisit Elden Ring and do it again. There's Elden Ring DLC. We want to go through Ghost Recon Wildlands and restart Breakpoint and go through the entire campaigns of those. We want to do A Way Out. And I mean, there's just different ones too. And we kind of enjoy sharing it with you guys. And we were finally able to get, Lion's voice on the channel, and so that you guys could hear it too, because it was kind of weird when I was just talking to myself all the time, and you guys weren't hearing the other side of the conversation. Another thing that we have is the state of gaming, and so this is where, probably not necessarily a great job, but where I try to have examples of what the industry used to be like, some of the peak in industry, in my opinion, like in the 2000s, and early 2010s, and then also to show the horribleness of some of the gaming industry, or just kind of the schemy shaftiness of some of these big companies like EA, Ubisoft, Square Enix, and Activision Blizzard. And you'll notice on my channel, if you look it up on YouTube or on the TV or whatever, on the app you don't really see it that well, but you'll notice that there's a Pac-Man with 4 ghosts, and those 4 ghosts, the Pac-Man is yours truly, of course, and the 4 ghosts are really those 4 companies, and I think those 4 companies have the highest amount of influence in kind of the direction that the gaming industry goes. So these battle passes, the changes of what DLC is, the cosmetics, the microtransactions, the nanotransactions, the quality of gaming going down, the focus of putting games out that are half done or half baked and willing to fix them and patch them later, which honestly it just takes longer and longer. And so I want to showcase that too. That's what the state of gaming is for, kind of looking at that aspect of the industry. And then we also have reviews. So there's not many in there because it's bloody expensive buying a brand new game, folks, if you haven't noticed. But anytime I can do a demo, anytime I can kind of take a look at a kind of like recent-ish game. And I also want to review some of the other games that have already come out within a year or a couple of years. And that's just to kind of have my own thoughts and share my own take on the game itself. Like, we still want to do Gotham Knights. Maybe look at Tiny Tina's Wonderland again. Oh man, that would be brutal. Or do like Battlefield 2042. Like some of the games that have just really failed, and I'm wanting to get my hands on Redfall at some point as well, and just have my own take on that. And so that's kind of the overall arching theme of the channel. And most recently, I just talked with my wife. So we've been married for we're working towards 6 years now, and there's one more aspect that we're going to add, which there won't be much on it because it's not going to engage with most of you on the channel, which is okay. But there's really not a ton of investment either in young married couples. And divorce rate is about 58% in America. For Christians, it's about 51 or 52%, which isn't any better in my opinion. It's just an F+. And it's really sad, honestly, because we have a wonderful marriage. We enjoy it. We want to kind of share it with people that we live around and with other friends and stuff. And we've got a few couples that we've helped and invested in over the years. And we kind of want to bring that to the channel. And so one way we're going to do that is that we're looking for a pre-owned copy right now, or a sale on It Takes Two, and which is from the same creators of A Way Out, if you recognize that game. And we're going to go through each chapter and then take a little time to kind of reflect on it and how it relates to our marriage or some issues that we've dealt with, and just kind of provide some free marriage counseling. So it's not anything special. No, we're not licensed or anything like that. But we do care about young people and just the struggle in which they're going through and the changes that are happening in society, and just how we all feel like an island unto ourselves, don't we? And it's hard to feel connected, especially if you live in some of these big cities. And after COVID, I feel like there's just this drastic shift. And it hasn't been easy for anybody in any type of lifestyle or walk of life. And everything just kind of seems to be more negative or worse than before. And just the lockdowns really shifted and changed a lot of stuff. So we're going to be doing It Takes Two. For those of you that would be interested in that, keep a lookout for that. So going through this channel and building it, and I'm doing research too through pretty much just about every month to kind of see how I can engage and interact with you folks, and I'm still learning about things. I'm actually looking for a free editing program right now that allows me to kind of like merge videos together or take pieces of them and collage, kind of like make a trailer with it and stuff like this. But again, I don't know very much. I'm 33 years old. Streaming I wasn't really interested in. I tried it a little bit just to kind of see years ago, and it was just like, well, it's what it is. And I'm trying it again because there's a way now to engage with you folks when it works with my schedule. So I have a 48-hour-a-week job. I have a wife and 2 children. I have a house. We have 3 vehicles. And we have extended family and friends, too, that we do things with. And so there's a lot of time going all over. And I have aging parents now as well. And so there's also time in that. So yeah, I do it when I have time. And again, this is a hobby. This channel is never going to be monetized. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not the whole point. And you've probably heard that before. Don't believe me. That's okay. But I mean, stick around and see if I ever do it or not. But again, the real way I make my money is through a real job, and not a job to just get views and make money off of your views. I'm not here to make money off of your entertainment. I'm here to provide something for you and just invest in you folks. Again, 97% of you are likely single men. And those are the ones that I want to invest in the most, because you guys matter. You guys are important. And that is becoming more of a focus on this channel. Through some of the streams that I do, I'm trying to do them now at the beginning, but some of the older streams, the last however many minutes or half hour is talking about something that's on my mind, or talking about an aspect that I'm seeing. And it's just to encourage you guys, honestly, to give you some advice, or share stories from my own life so that you guys don't make the same mistake. So continue to watch out for those if you're interested. So yeah, the channel has been an interesting experiment. I gotta say. It's grown from this single thing of kind of entertaining somebody and giving something for my best friend to watch in another state to just growing into this much bigger thing than I ever thought it was going to be. And I'm honestly enjoying it. And hey, 56 of you is 56 of you. Again, the numbers don't necessarily matter to me. I think it's cool. It's bigger than it ever got to where I would think it would be at the end of this year. And we're already well past 50, which is crazy. I made a goal in January to say, hey, let's get to 50 subscribers. Again, most of you are subscribed off of the shorts, and that's kind of like how things are done now. And so I don't have, like, I would say a deep-seated, base of subscribers. Most of it is probably shallow, but hey, I hope to get you guys engaged with the channel. And if this isn't what you're looking for overall, hey, that's okay. There's plenty of other channels out there, but I'm looking for people that, and primarily single men that are fumbling through life a little bit, that I can entertain, invest in, and then also folks that are interested in the industry and are also have concerns about where it's going, and to also engage with you folks too, because that's also a concern of mine. And yeah, so I've been looking at some of the stats. I've had some videos that have just kind of blown up, and this is where I'm going to start talking about like what cities you guys are from, the best video that had the most views, the video that had the most subscribers. So you can go back and actually watch those in the channel if you want. So yeah, we'll kind of start with content first. And the video that had the most views was a short that had so far 8,700 views, and it was perfect NPC aim. Hashtag COD, gaming, games, veteran, all that kind of stuff. And I'm playing through the campaign right now in Modern Warfare 3 because I never actually beat it on veteran, I guess, so I'm getting the achievements for that. And that was the biggest video that I had. And 30% of my current subscribers came from that short. Which is crazy. 8 of you came from that short alone, which kind of blows my mind. Another video that was pretty big was another Call of Duty one when I was going through the campaign called Always One More, which hashtag COD, Modern Warfare, and gaming. 5 of you, or 20 or 19%, 5 of you came from that video. We also had this one is honestly my favorite so far. New joke and crazy fact about GE, General Electric, and you guys have spent 8 hours watching that video total. Like, there's been 8 hours of view time, which is crazy. 3 of you were subscribers from that video. But it's funny, too, because I forget exactly where to find it. But there was a thing that was showing me the like and dislike ratio, and this is one of the most disliked videos that I have. And it's funny to me because it's like, okay, do you not like the fact that I'm making fun of the A-10 making people a mist on the battlefield, or is it the fact that I'm making fun of A1 steak sauce? Is it the fact that you don't believe that General Electric made the GAU Avenger? I don't know. So leave it in the comments if you would on that video, if you are actually subscribed, because I would be curious. But yeah, that's one of my that's one of my most disliked videos, which is just funny. The other one was the rare creature in the woods. And it's a woman, right? And then I die and stuff, which I didn't plan it that way. That's just how it worked out. And I just kind of took that line from The Lord of the Rings. Congratulations for you, for those of you that enjoyed the joke and got the reference. For those of you that disliked the video, it's a joke. So, enough said. You guys are a little uptight. You need to loosen your panties a little bit. But yeah, it's just been interesting doing these. Shorts have definitely been the way to grow the channel, to kind of get my channel out there among other people on their screens, and to give the potential to engage with me and see if they like my content. I definitely think it's probably going to stay that way. As a culture, we have a short attention span. We men especially like to just have their brains off when they're off of work. They're not dealing with responsibilities or stress, and they just like to unplug. So just kind of brain dead entertainment, watching a short, it's great. And I do it myself. I just try not to do it for too long because I like using my time well. And I hope you guys do the same. Enjoy entertainment, go have some fun. But, if you have been living your life and you're getting close to kind of 25, 30, 35 years old, and there just isn't much to show for it, you're probably spending too much time. You're probably investing too much time into things that don't give you a return on that time. So, and I can talk more about that later, and I probably will down the road, so stay tuned. Top traffic sources is, of course, shorts. 93% of my views are from short feed. 77% of my total hours is from shorts. The average view duration is 18 seconds. So I got 130 hours watched on my channel so far, which is crazy. And I just think that is pretty funny. Geography. So where are you people watching from? This kind of surprised me, but United States, yes, 91% of you, congratulations. But also Canada and the United Kingdom. That's top 2 and 3. From the cities, we have Los Angeles, New York, Seattle, Portland, and there was one that was really... Oh, yeah. Here's a random one. Jacksonville, Florida. So, congratulations, Jacksonville, Florida. You guys are staying up past your bedtime and watching the shorts, probably. But, yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Most of my demographic is actually on the western seaboard. So, like Washington, Oregon, California. And that's where I am, and I post my videos kind of around this time, somewhere between 4 to 8 o'clock my time. And, that's when those videos show up. That's when it's pushed in front of people on their screens. And so the people that are still up, they're the ones engaging with it, that are off of work, out of school, that kind of thing. But, yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Los Angeles, Seattle, and Portland are all right there. The most hours watched are Seattle and Portland. I'm not sure how to feel about that, but maybe there's more. Maybe there's more conservatives than I think. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how to feel about that, because a lot of my content is violent, right? It's for kids. So, but yeah, apparently you guys love it. Let's see. By age, 40% of you are 18 to 24 years old. 40% of you are 25 to 34. And then it severely drops off from that. 11% are 35 to 44, and 3.5% are 13 to 17. So you folks shouldn't even be watching, because this is not a kids channel. But, hey, you got your phone, your tablet, your fancy iPod that can do videos, which was a big thing back in the day when that actually started. I'm dating myself, but that's okay. I enjoy doing that. I'm actually glad to not be young anymore, to be serious. I'm glad to be older, to be past some of the BS that our culture has today. But yeah, the bulk of you are 18 to 34 years old. And that's 81% of my channel right there. And so you guys, too, you guys are the ones that I'm wanting to invest in as guys. And I'm honestly going to call you my brothers, because... I thought family was, family, right? And to an extent they are, but, they were always going to be there for you. They were always going to invest in you. They were going to show that they loved you, when they said it, hey, I love you, we'll see you later. And they were going to show it, right? And that isn't the case in my life. Hopefully it is in yours. But it's really not that's really not the case in my life. And I am quite disappointed and have been hurt too by about the 20 members of my family that live around where I live. They're all within about 2 hours, and here in Oregon and Southern Washington, and it's just kind of shocking to me how much I'm left out, how much I'm not included, some of the comments that I get, some of the kind of condescending looks and things, and I'm not necessarily a conformist. I don't necessarily always like going with the tide, and so I don't think my family likes that very much. But they know that I'm really the one that wants to invest. And my wife and I now, we're really trying to find people that are local, that we can invest with, and that will invest back. That is a huge thing in Washington, Oregon, California. Like, a lot of people just don't invest back. Everyone is just kind of narcissistic. It's all about what people can get out of it, and there's just a lack of kindness and love there. And I really miss the South. We went on a trip to Idaho recently and just had a blast with that, and just loved the culture there. And yeah, there's a real problem on the West Coast. I would say it's sick. It's sick. There's a social sickness here, and however much I can affect it, I will. Because honestly, people need help, and I think it affects our young people the most. You guys, you brothers. So let's see. By gender, as I've already said, ooh, that's actually a little more female now. 95% of you are male. And then 4% are female, excuse me, and then basically 0.5% or 1% are specified. So, how do you guys identify today? Just curious. Leave a comment. Let's see. Oh yeah, dates. Not really interested in that. So yeah, it's just kind of interesting to see the demographic, to see who's interested and for how long and where the traffic is coming from. And this is all within the last 28 days, folks, from today to 28 days earlier. And it's been an interesting journey. Again, as I said, it's kind of been an experiment, and I've been enjoying it. But if you guys are interested in starting your own channel, I'll talk every so often about how it's going. I'll be talking about tips, and there's plenty of YouTube videos out there to help. If you're really focused on growing as fast as you can, don't do it the way I'm doing it, because it's not just about what I can get out of you guys. It's more about providing something and finding those that enjoy how I'm doing the channel. And I don't expect that to be a ton of people. I don't expect that to be everybody. But a lot of channels, they find their niche. They find their thing that they're good at. They kind of stream and make a YouTube video like every flipping day. I just can't believe it. I don't have time for that. But yeah, this channel, it's just going to be what I can produce and what I can get to YouTube. So again, I tried streaming on Twitch. Oh my word, has it been super slow compared to what YouTube has been. I got to a max of 17 followers, I think, on Twitch, and it's just kind of stayed there for the last while. Which, yeah, I started this journey 10 months ago, which is kind of crazy. I'm almost at a year. But yeah, Twitch has been so slow, but yeah, when I got to YouTube and started using shorts and actually putting out content that stays on YouTube, like it doesn't just roll off in 7 days, it's been incredibly cool to see the growth and stuff. It's quite awesome. So if you guys are broke, kind of like me, and if you guys are wanting to do it on the cheap, I would stream on Twitch and then download everything off of Twitch to a computer and then upload all of those files from your computer to your own YouTube channel. That's what I'm doing, and it's been a lot more engaging. There's been a lot more folks that I've been able to connect with, and it's been fun. I've been having a blast with it. I really have. So if you've been enjoying the channel, folks, go ahead and give me a follow. I got Twitch at Don't Tread on Thee. There's a link for that on my bio page on YouTube or whatever it is. And then on YouTube, I'm at Gaming Garbage 22. And if you see me on Twitch, then I got a link to YouTube called Gaming Garbage Archive. So yeah, go ahead and follow and engage, folks. You know, I know a lot of 95% of you, 90% of you are just to kind of be entertained, be brain dead, and just kind of move on to the next video. You know, and that's okay. But if you want some change in your life, engage with your life. Engage with some goals. Take some time to think about what you want to do and why you want to do it, why it would be important for you to have those goals and accomplish them. Just don't be idle. Idleness produces nothingness. And if you like nothingness, do nothing. I'm serious, it works. But if you want to have relationships, if you want to have a girlfriend, boyfriend in the future, if you want to feel like people care and people actually invest back, you got to be active. And that's what I'm hoping to share on this channel, on kind of how to do that, to give some advice and life lessons as I remember them, as I encounter them. And so engage with the channel, folks, and engage with other channels too. Make comments, share videos that you enjoy with somebody else. Take the time out of your day to do something nice for somebody, to show that you care. And if you are alone on an island and just feel isolated, yeah, quit being idle. Stop seeing people as the problem. I know a lot of issues stem from people's actions and behaviors. Believe me, folks, I know. But it's what's in their head. And they don't know any better. Most of the time, they don't know any better. They just don't understand. Or they don't know how to connect, and so they're frustrated. And they're yelling at you. Or you just feel like, too, people don't care. But everybody feels that way. So when you actually start caring, when you actually start showing that you care about other people, they start noticing you. And some of them will invest back. That's how you get friends. That's how you find a spouse. All of that stuff. And there's levels of growth that are required to take the relationships to a new level. And when there's more responsibility or more risk involved, it takes a greater level of maturity and growth. And so my wife and I were going through that right now with having 2 kids. And man, is it tough sometimes. We finally had a date night recently, and just yesterday, and good grief, was that so good. Oh man. We haven't had one in a long time. We kind of feel like we're just living separate lives, and I was starting to see that we were just kind of staying in these separate lives, and it's like, man, this isn't good. Like, it's time to lead on this. It's time to change this. And I gotta say, our marriage has been healthier and more rewarding and more fun and more joyful. It's just nice. So again, folks, if you guys are enjoying the channel, remember that the channel has gaming news once a month. I'll be doing another one soon. It talks about the state of gaming, and I have examples that I share in those videos, like Star Wars Battlefronts. It's also going to have reviews of games or show demos. And then I'm also having co-op that I'm doing with Lion, and we're enjoying Dark Souls 1 right now. And then my wife and I were going to do It Takes Two probably later this year for like some cheaper, free marriage counseling, and just to talk about some things in our life as well. If you're interested in that, stick around. And go ahead and like the channel and follow and all that good stuff. And I hope you guys are finally at the end of your week. And hopefully you guys can enjoy the weekend. And until next time, I'll see you then.